Good morning. The sun is coming up behind me. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 5. I did meditation and now I'm out with the doggies. Um, what I'm realizing about this twin flame journey is that it's an individual journey. And we're a collective and we're all doing this together and we're all rising. And there are a lot of similarities and a lot that we can learn from one another and bounce off of one another. And I'm also saying that we're connected. We're especially connected, all of us that are on this journey, because of the similarities. But also there's another connection that I can just feel. I can feel. It seems like that ever since I got on this journey, when I've talked about this before, drawn to just by divinity, drawn to other people on this journey, also men and also women, I'm realizing. And I think it's something with the vibration that we are emitting, or the high vibration that just brings us into each other's lives. And also emotionally, I can feel others when I'm close to them, or even when I'm not close to them. I can feel what they're going through, or what the reasoning behind their actions is, what the reasons are. Oh, look at those beautiful purple flowers. They're all over here. Look, it's just like I'm walking through this field. Look how pretty. Those yellow flowers too. Can you see them? Yeah. See, it's like all gold, like wispy gold. It's barley that's already shed, like already seeded. And then I don't know if you would call it seeded, but I'm realizing that it's an individual journey inward, and I understand that it can't be different. Every single one of us is going through this differently because we have our own, call them demons. We have our own selves to sort out, and nobody else can do it for us. So we can get strength in knowing that others are going through something similar, or others are also going through the sorting. But the sorting itself is each of us to our own, and each of us is responsible for our own work, and each of us individually are going through whatever it is that we need to go through in order to ascend. Means it's like we have all this baggage on us that we have to sort through and separate ourselves from, all these things that are holding us back or holding us down, or taught behaviors, or beliefs that are limiting us or that are holding us. I see it like this massive balloon that wants to just rise, but it has all these strings holding it down. We have to sort through them and let them go in order to ascend completely and fly. And we each get on our opposite polar dudesleys, like our polar, the twin gives us the exact lessons that we need to get in order to ascend. And it's our, I don't want to say job. I want to say responsibility. I don't want to say, it's our privilege, maybe. Privilege, responsibility, maybe. Or, yeah, I feel like it's a privilege. It's our privilege to have the opportunity to do our own self-work, and to even understand what our self-work is against that, not against, but with that mirror. So it's like working with this mirror that every time you look in it, you get, you're also getting lift off points and reflections back of all of the greatness about you, even greatness that you haven't until now reached out and grabbed hold of because of fear. Sometimes we're afraid of our own greatness, and we settle for a much smaller life than we could have, because we're afraid to stand up and take a hold of that and say who we are and really be true to ourselves. And so we have the opportunity to see our greatness in the mirror, but we also have the pain, the pain of, I say repenting, correcting ourselves, and a lot of times there's just freaking pain. And so in order to grasp hold, in order to do the work and to ascend, you have to be able to hold on to all the different sides. So you have to be able to endure the pain, but also realize the greatness and step into the greatness. And doing all of this when you're in extreme pain and your mind is going, ooh, and your wants aren't getting met. And in any case, stepping through and pushing through and seeing the light in life and all of the wonders, it's it's all encompassing. It takes up your whole being. But when you really start doing it and you really bring the focus onto yourself and you are able to, it's almost like suspending the pain and suspending all of the wants and it's like suspending all of that and doing it anyway, bringing in and doing whatever needs to be done anyway, bringing yourself forward anyway, through the pain. So you have to like get over yourself, get over your own ego. Like I said, I got to my spot. Oh yeah. And the sun is coming up behind me. Like, came up, but it's still it's a nice morning breeze. There was something else that I wanted to say about that. I wanted to say about the twin flame journey and the ascending and going through the pain. There was something there that I was just gonna say. It was like talking about the obvious, but that it's so obvious that you never talk about it. Like going through the pain and having this like yearning that isn't being met, and it's like, see, I'm still not remembering. I'll probably, when I do remember, I'll make a separate video about it if I don't remember it through this video. But it's like taking hold of your own life and deciding that this life is exciting, and regardless, there's so many aspects of life. There's so many things to do. There's so many places to see. It's standing up and taking responsibility and allowing okay, I remember what it was going to be. So a lot of times on this journey, because your needs aren't being met in that way, like the romantic way or the physical way, there is I'm tempted. I'm talking personally because I said this is each a personal, but I can see how this could be a pattern throughout. Is I'm tempted to um, I'm tempted to go out and find the physical separate from this twin journey and the twin flame journey. I'm tempted to go out and just, be with somebody else, just to like numb the pain, or just to fulfill the place that I feel is empty in there, or just to have some kind of relief from it, and to move my mind away from it. But I understand in doing that, it's just like having a cigarette. So it's you get that relief for a minute, but it's not really relief. It's just like going and having a drink. It's not really relief because it first of all it takes you away from when you're going through the pain and you're feeling everything that you're feeling, the absence of what you do want. When you're feeling it, then you're working towards filling that absence with the substance that you're creating to fill it with, which is true love, pure love, unconditional love, regardless of how it shows up in your life, regardless if it shows up in your life, which I'm feeling it does show up with your twin, because I just don't see any other connection that could be as strong as that. This is like a divine connection, a connection that comes from higher realms. It's like a soul connection. It's like the soul is one. It's something else. But there's this temptation in dipping into lower satisfaction to take your mind off. So what I feel like when you do that, it does take your mind off of it for a minute, but it gets you further away from your absolute goal, or from your final goal. So, and it adds more baggage on, because now you're involved with more like other because your emotions are real. And even if you are dipping your foot into like forbidden waters, or you're dipping your foot into or you're going out to get a quick fix, you're still getting involved emotionally. And then you have not only this whole twin flame saga going on that you're dealing with, but you're also not dealing with it because you're getting an out, which is kind of like an addiction. It's kind of like going and taking a drink so that you don't have to deal with your problems, but your problems don't go away. They just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're getting further away from solving your problems, and you're prolonging the solution. So when you allow others into this journey on the side, you are stepping away from the journey. You're prolonging the journey. You're prolonging the pain. You're prolonging the resolution of it, regardless of whatever the resolution is, right? Because when you're actually going through it, the resolution, no matter what it is, even if the resolution is just letting them go, you're prolonging it because you still have them suspended here in the air, and you're over here doing this. And not only are you over here doing this, you're getting emotionally attached over here. So that's another thing on your plate that you're going to have to take care of, because if you have this over here and this isn't measuring up to this, then it's just a detour. So it's like you're taking this long detour, but this isn't resolved. So the quicker that you get this resolved, the less time you have to sit in the freaking pain. And so I say just full forward in this, without the outs, without, what will be, will be. And in this life, it's always a surprise. There's always things that are going on and happening. And honestly, in my life, I feel blessed that this twin flame journey came to me at this age. I already have children. I already have done so many things in my life. Even if you have to be willing to give up on things in order to get things, right? So it's always because you have this one timeline and this one life, and there's only so much that you can put into it. So I heard once on YouTube, every minute there are like, I don't even know how many hours worth of videos being uploaded onto YouTube. So in your life, it will be impossible to watch all of the videos that you want to watch on YouTube, even if you filled your life only with videos from YouTube. So there's a sifting and a sorting through that has to be done. And so you can't live, you can, I mean, you can live multiple timelines, but you're getting what I'm saying. There's You can't live two lifetimes in one at one time. Your focus and your energy can only go into one place at one time. So right now, it would be really nice if I could be at home making sandwiches for my boys while I'm sitting out here, but I have to make a choice. Either I get to come sit out on the mountain in the morning, and I want that in my life, so I get up really early. I get up at 5 o'clock, I meditate, and then I leave myself space to come out. So I purposely allow the things that I want into my life to come into my life, and I make room for them. And if and I have lived a very, very rich life. I've done a lot of things. I've met a lot of people. I've had partners. I've had enough partners to have experienced many different ways of being and many different things, intimately, sexually. So I feel like I've done things. I built businesses. I've traveled. I want to travel more, but I have done all these things. So that's why I feel so blessed that this twin flame journey came to me at this time where I'm already, first of all, I have life experience, so I can sift through it. I have children, so I'm not, it's not dependent on whether I'm going to have children or not. I meet people also online and also in person. I've met people that don't have children yet, and they're on this twin flame journey. And the twin flame journey, it's complex and has very many aspects. And the unity is something that has to happen gradually, and each party. I am a party. I'm just a party in myself, but so is my twin. So we can say each party. So each party in itself has to be doing their own work and the rising, and you are dependent on this. Um, you also have control in this. So, as much as you do your self work, your twin is also having to do that self work because they are part of you. It's like they're connected to you intimately. So, somebody else doing their walk out here. I have like, I become so open. I just sit here and talk to myself and make videos, and I even walk downtown and talk to myself making videos. It gets to a point where it's just all hanging out. It's just all hanging out. And it's so freeing. It's so freeing when you don't have to worry about what people think. Everybody has their own deal. If anybody else is thinking something about me, then good deal. And that means I'm exciting and there's something to think about. And the way that I see it also, if somebody's putting their focus on me and taking the time out of their life to think about me and reflect on me, it just shows something about their life that that my life is more interesting than their own. So you can take it as a compliment. And I say any kind of interest is a compliment, and it also adds like it's like something to look at. If somebody has something to say about my life, it gives me a perspective and something to look at and something to figure out. So I'm working on this workshop. Maybe I'll do a separate video about the workshop because and this one's already 20 minutes. I need to get back to my boys. If it's 20 minutes, that means I've been out since about 6. That means I'm getting close to the time I need to start getting them up. So I'm going to turn this around just to show you how beautiful it is. Good morning. There's cows down there in that field. Beautiful. Oh, look, there's a rock rabbit over there. They don't even bother moving anymore. The dogs don't even bother running after it. You see it sitting over there perched on the rock? The dogs don't even care. Where is it? Yeah. The dogs don't even care anymore because they know they can't get them. They run after them, and the rock rabbits goes so far down into the rocks. They just instantly, as soon as the dogs start, they don't even move really quick. Anymore. They know us. We come out here almost every morning, so the rock rabbit doesn't even really care. He just sits there, and when the dogs get close, he goes shrink in between the rocks, and that's it. Okay, well, I appreciate much you watching. This was very fun, and I'll make another video about that workshop. So good morning.